What's going on, everyone? This is Vince from Life with Vince Lou, coming back at you with another episode of BJJ Blue Belt Chronicles, where I document my journey as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt. So in today's episode, I want to talk a little bit about the community/family aspect of Jiu-Jitsu. And by community in this video, I mean the actual gym that I go to and the gym culture there, rather than, like the online community. So I wanted to talk about this just because it's the reason why I am so addicted, why I go so often, and really what made me ultimately stay and commit to jiu-jitsu. Just because it's way easier to go when you have friends there, and I honestly feel that this is one of the best parts of jiu-jitsu. So when you go to a jiu-jitsu gym, it's more than going to class and leaving. A lot of times, they'll stay after class to drill more, to learn, to train more. I mean, it's that same type of camaraderie that you get with organized sports. So like when you were in high school, and that feeling that you really are a part of something bigger than yourself. So everyone is there not only to help, but they are genuinely the nicest people that I have ever met in my life. Especially if you're brand new, we know that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and that it could be a little bit awkward because we were once there before too, believe it or not. So for me, when I see someone that's brand new or someone that I don't know, I always make it a point to introduce myself and just get to know them just for a little bit, especially before class starts. So because really this is what made me stick with jiu-jitsu. There were a few people that came up to me, introduced themselves, and at that point I at least know one or two people that I know that are cool, right? So because it can be a little weird when you go to your first class, you don't really know what to expect, and you're just sitting there by yourself in your corner and just waiting for class to start. And when class does start, you're just lost. And when you start the warm-ups, you're like, okay, cool, I can jog. Okay, cool, I can shuffle side to side, or I can skip. But then once they start doing the drills, you're like, what? How do you do that strength thing? Or how do you roll on your side without going forward and hitting the next person in the next row? So but then once you start actually the class, you'll be paired with a higher belt, at which point the higher belts will generally be super patient with you, and you just have to let them know that you're brand new. So especially too, when you first start sparring, the more experienced person generally lets the less experienced person do work, because realistically the more experienced person can submit you at any time. So, and they let you work, they let you try out new moves, or they won't just submit you just to submit you. And, this happens at all belt levels. When I'm rolling with a higher belt, there's a mutual understanding that they can pretty much kill me at any time, but that would be no fun for the both of us, and there would be no learning if they did that. So generally they let me work, they let me try out the new things that I learned in class and in my private lessons, and which also means that they purposely get into bad positions, or they don't go full out when they can submit. They let you try your defenses and everything like that. So, and they also give me feedback too. After the roll, after class, they'll usually pull me aside and like, hey, this is what you should work on. And I really, really appreciate that. They kind of go out of their way to give me that feedback. So, and also with jiu-jitsu as well, it's just a super easy way to meet people if you're new to the sport, or if you're new to the area, or if you're new to the gym. So when I first moved up to the area that I'm in right now, which was about 10 months ago, I Yelped nearby jiu-jitsu gyms, because that's what you do, you Yelp it first. So my current gym popped up. I ended up messaging the professor there and said, hey, can I come and try a trial class? I went to go try the trial class, and then I immediately saw what I was looking for, that family vibe, that just inclusiveness. And then literally the next day I signed up and committed to 2 years at this gym. So, and I'm super, super glad that I did, because I've made not only a ton of friends, a ton of memories, but also I've learned a ton of jiu-jitsu. So, Plus, it's really, really cool when you think about, you know, like I just hang out with killers all day. So, but that also means that you have to take part and take the time to be a part of that community. So that means getting to know your training partners. That means going to events, or that even may mean asking your training partners and the people you meet there to hang out outside. You know, hey, let's go grab a beer. Hey, let's go grab a bite to eat. You know, like it would be kind of good to get to know you outside as well. So hope you all enjoyed that video. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Other than that, see y'all soon.